Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. There's more reaction content for you, and today we are looking at Dragon Ball The Breakers. Now, we've looked at Dragon Ball The Breakers before, but the problem is that it's never been impressive, and I don't expect it to be impressive this time either, okay? Dragon Ball The Breakers, if this is your first time being introduced to it, is an asymmetrical PvP style game where one player plays as one of the villains from the Dragon Ball franchise, such as Cell or Freeza or Majin Buu, and your goal is to try to destroy all of the survivors, which the survivors are not people like Goku or Vegeta or Piccolo or anything like that. You are playing as like a regular citizen, right? Or Yamcha. There's a guy that looks a lot like Yamcha, but he's not Yamcha. And it's like a 1v6 style game, and the goal is, or is it 1v7? I think it might be 1v7. But anyway, the goal of the survivors is to try and get all of these items together to fix a time machine so that you can prevent that villain from ever showing up in the first place. Which, as a concept, that's fine. Two issues, though. The game, when we looked at it before, looked like trash. Like, it did not look very good at all. And two, with games that are like this, asymmetrical PvP games, looking at games like the biggest and largest and most successful, which is definitely Dead by Daylight, but you also have like Friday the 13th, you have Predator Hunting Grounds, you had Evolve, and the problem that exists so often within these games is an imbalance in the player base. You will have not enough killers, not enough survivors, long queue times, an imbalance between one over the other, and I feel like with one person being the villain and you having 6 or 7 people that are being the villagers, you're going to have such a massive problem with matches in this game. But let's take another look at this and see if there's anything else in here. We have 2 trailers. We have the release date trailer, which is very, very soon. And then we have the Majin Buu and the Farmer reveal trailer. So let's see if it's gotten any better in the time since.
Peggy 12.
This is not the game. This is a cinematic, which is unfortunate because this looks pretty nice. There are items you can get that will turn you into the heroes for a short amount of time. And yes, you can collect the Dragon Balls. But the Dragon Balls do not spell victory, as just a note. A big bonus for you, but not a victory. See, like, if the game looked like this, it would look really good. But then it looks like this. It still looks unfinished. It does. It really does. October 14th. So, like, it's not gonna get better, right? Like, that's from July. We'll play this September trailer for Majin Buu and the Farmer, but this releases in just a few days.
Peggy 12.
And, like, the thing is, like, this is Majin Buu and the Farmer, right? The Farmer from the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. Like, they have such potential to just tap into shit like this, right? Be like, I want to play the Farmer that fucking Raditz kicked the shit out of at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, right? That sounds great, but it's not gonna be great because of what this is. the footage shown is under development. And the unfortunate thing is like conceptually, this game is sick. On paper, the concept of what you're selling me is awesome, but it looks like you need like a year or two to be able to make this game that is into something that might have a chance of being successful. Man, it still looks so bad. And that's unfortunate because there's so much potential here. And I feel like this is just going to come out and just be just like a sad release, right? Like you're going to have 5,000 people that try it on release date, and then it's going to drop down to like 100, 200 people, and then I would not be surprised if this game's servers were shut down in 2023. Unless the trailers are just bad and the gameplay is actually good, but we've seen some extended gameplay and it didn't look as good as I feel like it could have or should have. And so I just see this game just being so dead on arrival, which is unfortunate. Because I feel like it didn't have to be. Like, spending some more time, making the game look better, and just, like, run smoother, too. Because, like, it looks clunky in your own trailers. And, you know, maybe this is because the developers are being pushed by the publishers to get something out sooner or whatever. But all that does is lead to disappointment more often than not. So there's full gameplay from people who have tested. Yeah, I've seen some of it. We watched a decent hunk of larger gameplay during the last reaction, and it was just like, man. And back then we were like, you know, it's still an early build. A lot of optimization and polish happens right before a game's release, but it doesn't look like that's happening. So that's Dragon Ball: The Breakers. If you have dived into it in terms of taking a closer look, I'd love to hear from you what your thoughts are. Am I wrong? Do you feel differently? Do you feel like this game has a future? If you do believe that, why do you feel that way? Please put your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep with the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can watch together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.